It was a fever dream intersection of my favorite things.
Okay.
I went to a nighttime hot dog event in Greenwood Cemetery.
Oh, who made this?
I don't know, but there were 600 people there.
600 people?
600 other Brooklyn
freaks
were like, hell yeah.
Oh my gosh, you found your tribe, Chet.
Yeah. I love the nighttime programming at Greenwood Cemetery. They've started doing a lot of evening events where they'll like have different vendors. There was also a whiskey tasting that was going on. There was a classical music concert.
Whoa.
I know.
You would not pair so many of these things together. Whiskey and classical, maybe. Hot dog and whiskey, maybe.
Hot dog, classical music, whiskey,
cemetery.
It's a lot of things. And I gotta say, not all of those are for me.
Did you like the classical music?
That's one of the things that was maybe
You
not.
didn't like...
I mean, I liked it, but did I need to sit still for the entirety of that concert?
Wait. It was like you had to sit and watch a bunch of, like, it wasn't in the
like
background.
You had to. There was no assigned seating. So I'm getting all jumbled because
I'm sorry. I'm so curious.
Are up in my brain. So the name of the event was called Hotdogs, Hooch, and Handle.
This is perfect. What a great name. It'd be so funny if they didn't play any Handle.
I mean, that was my only note, was less Handle.
Less Handle.
Less Handle, and honestly, whiskey's such a dark liquor, you know, it's hard on me. But they had lots of cool whiskey distilleries. They also had some lighter liquors. I don't know much about that, so that part of it wasn't really for me. I went with my friend Haley. It was her birthday, and she is a comedian, and she's also interested in transitioning into becoming a mortician. She wants to work in...
I love Haley. Is this Haley?
Yeah, this is Haley.
Oh,
this
that
is
fucking rules,
Haley from Good Morning Cuomo. From she's very cool.
What a dynamic,
she's so cool. What a dynamic woman. You know what's cool? All of my queer friends and all of my female friends and my femme friends, fucking cool, dynamic, crushing individuals. I mean, they are like Mad Libs almost. of cool shit sometimes, like this event. But so we went for her birthday. They let us in at 6:30. There was music in one of the chapels. There was some classical music in a chapel lit with candles, and then they had 3 hot dog vendors set up, and the lines were so they got slammed. But these hot dog vendors did so well. They were cranking. I mean, 600 people were there. And to me, the hot dogs were the main event.
Well, it was the first billing.
It was
hot dogs, first of all,
and then
handle.
I mean, it was good. It was good. I will say the performances were good, and it was cool to walk around and hear the music. But I didn't want to be one of the people sitting on the folding chairs directly in concert land. You know, I'm not. I have a bad hip. I don't love to sit. You know, so I like to wander in the cemetery at night, and the way the moon glows on the headstones at night. It was dark. The sunset. It was a gorgeous sunset.
Because the picture you sent me was like light out. You were there for like the whole thing.
I was there for the whole thing. Yeah, I was there from doors to close.
Doors to doors.
You were doors to doors. Dust to dust. You know, had to be. It was it was so much fun. One of the vendors was giving out hot dog hats.
Chet just donned her beautiful head with a Vienna beef paper hat.
Yeah, it's a yellow Vienna beef paper hat, and the side says Vienna beef.
Oh, very clearly.
Very clearly. And I wore this all throughout the cemetery. I wasn't the only one.
I mean, 1 month, that's very...
That's where you let your beef flag fly.
Yeah, your freak beef.
My freak beef flag fly. And I was even like, So the lines were so big, Haley and I divided and conquered. So there were 3 vendors. Dog Day Afternoon, and those are Chicago-style hot dogs.
Okay.
And
What makes it Chicago-style, just so...
there's a bunch of shit on it.
Okay.
Chicago-style means there's a bunch of shit on it.
There's a bunch of
so
shit
coming. There was pickles, chopped onions, mustard, peppers, these really delicious hot peppers, hot pickled peppers that just sort of burst in your mouth, and celery salt. They finished it with celery salt. It was a sodium bomb, and I fucking loved it. It was so good. They have like I think they also sell records. I mean, it's just like, again, whatever.
Records?
Yeah, because it's just everything's so fucking Brooklyn. You want to explode. I mean, it's just it was just peak. The number of mustaches at this event. Out of control. Out of control. Everyone just cosplaying as their 90s dad, as their own fathers in the 90s and 80s. Anyway, the Dog Day Afternoon was one vendor. I am even tripping over my words. I'm so
I know you're
you're
like talking as if you like met Harry Styles. Like you're just like losing your full all of it.
I'm losing my shit. I lost my shit there too. I was just like, I kept saying to my friend Haley, this is so great. This is so great. And then as we walked around the cemetery, as the sun was setting, hot dogs in hand, I said, we live in the greatest city in the world.
I just have to make clear to those that aren't watching or haven't watched, Chet is beaming. I mean, I have seen Chet. Like, this is...
You've seen me in the depths of hell.
This is
You've
maybe,
seen me in my lowest lows. You have.
You look absolutely jubilant. Like, just fully beaming talking about that.
Thank you.
And we've only gone through one of the hot dog vendors.
I know! I know! Okay, so Dog Day Afternoon, huge line. Also, they weren't operating out of a truck. They were doing it open air. And so they were... prepping all these dogs off of what seems like one tiny panini press. The service these fucks were banging out, impressive. Anyway, so that's Dog Day. That was probably my favorite dog. Well, I don't know, hard to say. A lot of contenders. Then I've angered my dog. The line I waited in was the little hot dog wagon.
Okay.
Ooh, I love them. They had they're a mobile food wagon.
Okay.
And the thing that's special about their dogs is they've got a homemade sauerkraut that they put on all of their dogs, and they've also got veggie dogs, turkey dogs, beef dogs.
Are these alternate dogs as like worthy of getting? Because like veggie dogs for me, I've only really had veggie dogs. I've had like, I guess turkey sausage, but I mean,
it's a big oversight in the community because
we really do a hot dog. Hold on. You said that with such earnest, Chet, and I cannot let that go. I can't let that fly. But you know what? It is a community. You did find your tribe. It was
a community. I did talk to people I didn't know. I did meet some people. Okay, I had a good time.
Maybe there's a hot dog club. Maybe there's
there's that. But I'm also a huge fan of the Best Friends podcast with Nicole Byer and Sashir Zameda. And Sashir is also famously a hot dog fan and has done a lot for the community.
There you go.
Visibility,
vocal. Representation.
Matters, okay? She also flies her beef flag high. Okay, so little hot dog wagon, great. And yeah, what I will say, so going back to the big, what's missing in the community is the vegan dog, because Impossible Burger, the vegan alternative to a hamburger everywhere. It's time for us to bridge that gap. in the hot dog community.
It is time. You're holding your fist out, but not pointing like Bill Clinton.
I'm doing the Bill Clinton not point, and I'm still wearing my paper beef hat.
Yes, you are. It is time.
It is time for more vegan dogs.
Vegan dog.
Yes, and more options. More options in the grocery stores. I mean, I think we do. So now, unfortunately, the third hot dog vendor sold
what
out.
Happened? Oh.
So and this was the vegan one that I was probably the most excited to try, to be honest.
Interesting.
Because in order for them to be in the cemetery with these other two vendors,
to roll with these other dogs,
with these other dogs, they must have a pretty impressive dog game.
So what's the name of this one?
Yeah, dog.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Dog.
That's great. I sold. I'm curious. Well, so here's the thing. We were talking about representation within the community, and there was representation, and it seemed to be popular.
It was so popular. They sold out first. I mean, they had like a vegan cheese sauce. You know I love cheese. Mm-hmm. You know I can't digest cheese. Yeah, you know I can't have it. They had like a cheeseburger vegan hot dog. It just looked like it was madness over. It looked amazing. So I finally, I got in line for the Yeah Dogs. They had one hot dog left, and they were like, "Do you want the last dog?" Now Haley and I had each been grabbing like 2 dogs from each stand so that we could do all the dogs. And there was one dog left, and I was like, "Wow, this is kismet. This is wonderful. I have to have this dog." Yes, of course. And then I said, which one? They had like the normal New York's, the chili dog normal one, and then they had like their magical cheeseburger one. And I was like, and they're like, "Do that one. That one's really worth trying." So I was like, "Yeah, I trust you." Then, one of the musicians who had been playing in the chapel runs over holding an instrument. I can't confidently identify. Okay, I think it was either violin or viola. I was about to say, I don't know which.
Bigger?
I can't I don't know. I was looking at the dogs.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter. Again, the Handel portion of the evening, they had me at hot dog.
Yeah, seriously, this Handel portion kind of fucked you, didn't it?
Yeah.
I see where the story's going.
Yeah, but anyway, so he came up and he was like, "Are you guys still serving? I was told you guys were still serving till 9. And he was like, "Yeah, but we just sold the last hot dog." And he was like, "But I was playing. And I was just playing." And I said, "You take it."
Oh my!
I said, "That dog's for him," and I'd already paid for it. I had paid for it, and I was like, "Give him my hot dog. Give him my hot dog." I felt like
you're like a Mother Teresa over here.
The hot dog community, it does that.
Pay it forward.
You pay it forward at some point. That hot dog karma is going to come back to me.
Absolutely. In twofold, tenfold. You're going to get tenfold hot dogs.
Exactly. And then actually they were like, "Oh, of course he can have it." And then they gave me my money back. So it was just this magical exchange of goodwill.
Oh my God. And you know what? I have to say the hot dog community really does get a bad rap. And I think that this is a moment, we must amplify this moment.
Yeah.
There are a lot of caring, good people in the space. Nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah, nothing to be afraid of. I mean, it was truly magical. Yeah.
Well, no, I was going to get into theory, but if you wanted to go more into your evening, I would love to hear it.
More into my evening. I mean, I do actually. You see, Priya, I've been so very depressed for so very long.
This is great. No, this is good.
Such a stark contrast. My body is getting surprised by the joy.
This is like the third time that like Chet has like freaked out in mid thought with
full
joy.
Body explosion joy. Another thing that wasn't even advertised, Priya. So the whiskey vendors were all advertised, and I'm so sorry I'm not listing them. They were. I'm not a big drinker, but I still had, and they were handing them all out. These little tiny shots of whiskey. They were great. But what I did not expect, because it wasn't on the advertisement, the event had our favorite seltzer.
I'm telling you, they know where the cool people are.
Yeah.
LDs. Oh, was it LD? Was
Liquid
it Liquid
Death.
Death? Oh,
Liquid
yes,
Death.
it was! Yay!
And it was so cool just to see, cases and cases of Liquid Death, and I was like, these are free. So, yeah, it's great. I had two of
need
them,
to show
and they're
you.
huge cans. They're
huge. They're
cans,
17-ounce cans.
Liquid Death, we love you so much.
Please,
we love you so much.
for the
you know
love
where else
of
I saw
God,
them? I saw them
sponsor.
2 other places.
They're
I saw them in
awesome.
Greenwood Cemetery, the best place on earth. My Disney, the happiest place on earth, my personal Disneyland, Greenwood Cemetery. And I also did a show at Bowery Electric, which is a venue in Bowery.
Yeah.
I did a comedy show there, and they are selling it because it's such a cool, it looks like a beer can. I'm not a huge drinker. The designs are so cool. They look fucking metal. I love this. We are such...
This is my reserve. This is
We're
usually...
such elder millennials. We are zooming in on a... If you're watching this on Twitch, we just zoomed in on a picture on Priya's phone. We are elder millennials.
Elder millennials. But it was a picture of all of our typical reserves of LDs. We have a little LD cellar. The boomers have wine. They, we have...
The millennials have seltzer.
Seltzer. And we have all the flavors. They have mango chainsaw, bury it alive, severed lime.
See, the problem I'm running into is that I'm not seeing it was only unflavored. It was only like spring at the cemetery, which is still great. And they only had the unflavored one at Bowery Electric.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great because especially for these bars, people want to support the bar, but they don't want to drink, especially people who work in nightlife who are like going to different venues and bars to do shows or open mics. Like I can't, it's not sustainable or healthy to be drinking a cocktail every single, I don't mean to yuck anybody's yum.
No, go for it if you want. But
for
like,
me,
if you don't
I find
want to.
that if you don't want to, it's so great to have an option like that.
It's so
and
good.
also my hairdresser, also at Haley, very cool. She had a bunch of them at her salon.
Yeah, dude.
She was like, "Do you want something to drink? I have this cool seltzer, Liquid Death." And I almost died.
I have this quarter of water, and then I put in a whole Liquid Death because sometimes I want a soft bubble.
Ooh, even softer than the softest bubbles on the market because
Just a
Liquid Death has
sparkle.
the softest bubbles on the market. Their carbonation is akin to beer as opposed to seltzer, so it's not that high. So if you're a burper, if part of your thing is like, I don't like seltzer that has too much a bubble.
Yeah.
This is a moderate bubble.
For example, I love Topo Chico, but I have to open my Topo Chico a few days in advance, put it in the fridge, let it relax.
You decant?
I decant my Topo Chico.
You relax your Topo Chico. Wow.
I do. And then I have a sip. Yeah. So I usually, like a Thursday night, I open my Topo Chico, enjoy it Sunday morning kind of a thing.
Wow. You got to plan ahead, folks.
I have to plan ahead. Yeah.
You got to plan ahead.
So I'm so glad to hear that Liquid Death this sounds like a perfect event, honestly.
It was great. My face hurt from smiling.
It doesn't look like you've stopped smiling.
I mean, I have since then. It's been many days. There have been lows, but but that event was really fun. I mean, there's also, yeah, it was just nice. It's cool to be a tourist in the city, and the event was a ticketed event, but it wasn't insanely expensive. It was $65 a ticket.
Okay, but it sounds like it was like the happiest. Like,
Right.
How much is a ticket to Disney World?
Oh, I don't know.
So like this seems like a reason.
This is a worth it night.
I
out.
love
the booze was included. The hot dogs you had to pay for, but I'm always happy to support all these small businesses. Always happy to.
the community. I have to just quickly say, being a tourist in the city typically does not include going to a hot dog festival. To me, if someone was a tourist
I
going
want
to
to be
New
clear.
York,
This was not a hot dog festival.
oh,
Three
sorry.
hot dog vendors is not a hot dog festival.
Is not a hot
okay?
festival make.
Okay, that's a real several couple situation.
Okay, sorry.
That is 3 is not a hot dog festival. It's coming up in the fall.
Oh no, what?
Pickle Fest
When?
in the Lower East Side. It's usually in September. It's usually like September 5th.
I wonder if I could make it out for it.
Oh my god! Planting seeds. I mean, we still have to. I mean, they haven't. I don't know that they've announced the dates.
Oh.
But yeah, this was not a pickle festival. I just want to be clear, or not
Okay.
a hot dog festival. But if there is one, I will go to it. I enjoy meeting members.
I'm
of,
so
the
happy.
community.
I'm so happy that you were able to connect, and it seems like it was a wonderful event.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Greenwood Cemetery, day or night, one of the coolest places. Such a great view. Oh, another huge thing that I forgot to say. The proprietor of Nathan's Hotdogs is buried in Greenwood Cemetery.
Oh, that's so why? That's great. I mean, not, like it's sad, but that's very cool.
It's a weird thing to respond to. It's like, oh, okay.
I just think that Greenwood Cemetery is like probably the coolest cemetery in this country.
I have thoughts. I mean, I love cemeteries. I spend a lot of time in cemetery. I just love them. Every time I go to a city, I go to their cemetery. I mean, if I had to think, favorite cemetery would probably be, there's one in Puerto Rico that's like right by the ocean.
Ooh.
I really love that one. There's in San Juan. And then there's one, I actually love all of the New Orleans cemeteries.
Oh.
Those are incredible.
I think LA has a really cool cemetery.
Oh, Hollywood Forever.
Yeah.
Is phenomenal. I've seen movies there.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, I love the Hollywood. I mean, yeah. I mean, I haven't been to a cemetery in San Francisco, so that I need to do.
I must have. I've driven past the one in the Presidio. There's like a big one because the Presidio is I think it's a national forest or park or something.
Ooh.
That's like right in the city, and people live in it.
Wild.
Yeah, and they have a big cemetery for soldiers. Something.
For soldiers, we don't know. It's a cemetery for someone, and that's all that matters.
And that's important.
Yeah,
Do you want to take a quick little break?
would love to.